Data flow graph DFG. So this graph representing a data dependencies between numbers of operations. You know, uh, so the any algorithm consists of numbers rather than operation. So for example, if you're going to say in your words, that is better than you can show us a graph, that is always best. So that is the processing of product. Instead of paragraph they're giving graph. So how the processing is going, it is called as here data flow graph. So for example, there are the process is going uh, A B C like that, the T1 T2 T4. So the processing running A and C first. So based on the graph, then output you get it T1. After that, that B and B, that two process run and got T3. And similarly, uh, for example, the T2 cannot be computed before T1, but T3 could be computed before T1 or T2. So this is the way the graph you can, while you just to see the graph you can understand the process. Even this is a betterment of web. The next one, state machine model. So state machine model is a sequential program. It finite state machine describe the system. That ideal. So there are four states available in state machine model. One is ideal, going up, going down, door open. So these are the four states are in state machine model. So the possible transition from one state to another based on the input. Example, flow to requirement. The action that occurs of each state. Example, the going up state, UDOT, like that, 100. Up, that means one, down means open, and the timer. See the diagram. The finite state machine model. The finite state machine model, it's a unit control process using state machine. You see, just now we saw the status going up, going down, ideal and open. So every state they have, they come to the same state. So that's the first option. And every state they can reach other state. So the unit control processing of state machine, it will uh, it will start from their state, also it will be open to the other state. It's up and down. The timer will be start. The formal definition of FM, there are six. S is set of all the state, I is set of inputs, O is set of outputs, and F is next state functions, and match is output function, and SO is on initial state. So these are the four uh, formal definition of FSM. And mode type, the associate with the states, and Miller type associate with the transition. And state machine and sequential program model. The state machine, it's all possible of the state transition among the state based on to all the possible input conditions. And sequential program model, it can transfer the data through series of the instruction that may be iterated and conditionally executed. The state machines have many cases more natural of been computing those cases not to the graphical representation. It's a state diagram. State machines is always show the state diagram, it won't be show the graphical representation. Same benefits of textual language are also used in state table, and sequential program model could be used graphical representation. That means it's a flow chart. So that's the main difference between state machine and sequential program model. The state machine, they having state diagram that will show how the process is going start to bottom better than the words. They given the information by state diagram, that is called a state machine. Sequential program model, it will show the graphical representation. That graph might be a flow chart. And synchronous data flow, so digital signal processing have synchronous data flow model. So this is having some kind of advantage. Yeah, each edge labeled with the number of tokens consumed and produced each firing. So don't need a real-time operating system and its overhead, algorithm developed and scheduling. So these are the synchronous. You know what is synchronous? Synchronous means it's based on the clock. It is clock controlled by the clock taken control over the data, that is called as synchronous. The asynchronous means there is no clock, then we can say that is asynchronous. The synchronous data flow, it is controlled by clock, and you know that this procedure that reducing overhead of even more than concurrent process. Consider two example and then concurrent process. The concurrent process heartbeat monitoring system and set-top box. This concurrent process having separate tasks and running independently but sharing the data, that is called as concurrent process. You know, the concurrent process, there are two process or two tasks they are running, but they are running independently but they're sharing the data. Example, heartbeat monitoring system. So task 1 and task 2 they're having. So it's a concurrent process. You know that concurrent means uh, there are the two process. For example, setup box. You just consider the setup box. For sound is there is a one process, and picture is another process. So these two process should be concurrent and share the data and it work independently. But if they work properly, then we can see the flow of picture. If any the picture or sound might be vary, then you couldn't watch, then you will get disturbed. That is the concurrent process model. So the concurrent process model, each task program communicate with each other for the continuing the program. And the problem is it's difficult to write the sequential program model. And concurrent process model implementation. And number one, multiple processor of each executing is of one processor. There are three-way concurrent process model implementation. One is multiple processor, each executing one processor. So A, B, C, D. So these are the multiple processor, and each will execute one process. And two, multitasking parallel processing. Okay, thank you. We will see next video.